Okay, so, sorry, 1 second.
Zoom thing.
I'm on there. What happened here? Okay, good. I just want to show how to count. Okay, so we're playing 3 no trumps. In a no trump contract, the recommendation is to count your winners. Okay? In a trump contract, which we are likely to run into later, we'll see how to count losers, which is, of course, much more difficult. Winners, very straightforward. Okay? We count the tricks that we can win without losing the hand to the opponent. I will repeat again. It's only tricks that you can win 100% right away without losing the hand to the opponent. Okay, so just to say, if you don't have an ace, you don't have a winner in that suit, even if you have the king and the queen and the jack. Okay. So this hand is very easy to count winners because almost all the cards are winners. All the high cards are winners here. So in the spade suit, we have
8. Yeah.
In the spade suit, we have how many winners?
8. 2.
8 winners. How can you have 8?
In the spades, 2.
Okay. The ace and the king. Okay.
So you're saying just the spades, sorry. 2.
You already said all together. Wow,
yes.
No, I'm not that quick as you. Okay. So in spades, we have 2.
1.
In hearts, we have
1.
In clubs, we have
3.
3. And diamonds, we have
2.
So we'll put it here. Okay, so all together, we have 8 winners. Okay, you already counted all of them. Wow, you're much quicker than I thought. Okay, so we have 8 winners. Now, as it happens, the opening lid will necessarily give me 1 more. How do I know that? Because I have the ace queen of hearts and I will be playing in the 4th and last position. So whatever West will play, my queen will be guaranteed. Can you see that, or shall I explain why?
No.
No, you don't see it, or no, there is no need to explain?
You don't need to explain.
No need to explain. Okay, I just... Okay, so we already know that the contract is guaranteed, generally speaking, but of course that we have to, first of all, we want to win more. That's always, just making the contract is not necessarily enough, definitely not in duplicate. So important to remember in duplicate, okay? You can win your contract, and even if it's a game, and you'll get the bonus of 600 or 400, whatever it is, okay? It does not mean that you will win, okay? Or you will get a good result. Why? Someone else that will receive the same cards wins more than you, and then that means that you lost. Okay? So keep in mind, just making your contract is not always enough. Definitely not in hands where I already can see my 9 tricks, and of course that's too easy. Okay, the next step. Okay, not connected to how many winners we have and do we have the contract or not. The next step will always be what?
Potential.
Potential, exactly correct. We want to look, okay, this is the tricks that we have. I don't know if I want to leave it or get rid of it. Where can we get extra tricks? Who can tell me which suits are candidates to get us more tricks? Clubs, okay.
Possibly hearts.
Club is the longest suit.
And hearts.
Okay, hearts, I agree, the queen, but that's already, we are going to win. So apart from the queen of hearts, can you say anything else?
Sorry, the clubs.
Okay, so clubs, definitely, that's our longest suit. We have 8 cards. Not only do we have 8 cards, they are divided 5 and 3. Means I can play 5 rounds, which gives me even more potential than if it was 4 and 4. Okay, because I can play the suit 5 rounds. So clearly, club is the best candidate. Is there another way to get more tricks here?
Too rough.
We're playing 3 no trump, so
we're no trumps.
Yeah.
Spades.
Spades, well done, well done. Spades, correct. First of all, we have 7, they have 6. And second, we have apart from the ace king, we have the 10, 9, 8, and 7. I know that many people tend to ignore those cards, but they could be relevant. If we can get rid of one of the high cards, queen or jack, we might be able to win one more. Okay. Now, one more thing that's important about this hand is the diamonds. Okay, so we did count 2 tricks in the diamond suit, but there is a slight technical issue in the diamond suit. Okay, the diamond suit is internally blocked. Okay, do you understand what it means? Diamond is internally blocked.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The meaning of that is that we cannot win 2 tricks in the diamond suit consecutively. Once we win the ace of diamond, we cannot continue diamond. We will have to find a way to get back and win the king later on.
Yeah. Go through another suit.
Yes. Now, the meaning is that we have to make sure that we keep an entrance to north hand, which at the moment we have a lot of access to north hand. We have the ace king of spades, we have the ace of hearts. So at the moment it's not a problem, but we need to be very
Aware.
careful. Okay. Now, a diamond is not so that I want to play early, because if I'll cash my ace king of diamond early, the rest of the diamonds are established for the opponent. So that's not something I would like to do. So I'll need to be very mindful of when I'm playing the diamonds and not to do it too early and not to do it too late. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, in the club suit, that's our main suit to establish. We don't have to do a lot because we have the ace king queen, so our life is very simple here. All we need to do is count the clubs. And now, of course, my tip for counting, okay? So quickly, I'll give you now the quick tip for counting, and of course, we will do it during all this session, and I'll go back to counting because it's always recommended to count whatever you're playing. So there are 3 options how to count a suit. You choose whatever you prefer, okay? I have one that I recommend the most, but it's not, of course, it's your decision. Okay. First option is the straightforward one, what most people will do automatically, which is to count all the cards. So each round that is played, I'm counting how many cards were played. Soon I'll show exactly how to do it. And then you deduct from 13. Okay, so that's what most people do. So first you play a round, 4 cards were played, you play another round, 8 cards were played, and then you check. Soon I'll implement that. It's not bad. It's correct, but it's very, there are many calculations to do if you're doing it, and therefore chances to make mistakes are higher, and therefore personally, I wouldn't recommend it. Okay? Again, I'm not against it, I wouldn't recommend it. Second option, which the one that I'm recommending, okay? So I'm counting how many cards I have in that suit to begin with. Now remember, I don't really care about the diamonds and the hearts. And why? Because in diamonds and hearts, I have less cards than my opponents, and therefore counting them would be, in most cases, redundant, okay? So you focus on the relevant suit, and that also makes your life easier. You don't need to count all the suits. Absolutely redundant. 1 suit, maximum 2 suits would almost always be sufficient, okay? So I'm saying club is the suit that I'm going to establish. That's my longest suit. We have 8 cards in that suit, 5 and 3, correct?
Yeah.
Next step, I'm calculating how many clubs my opponents have, and that's, of course, 13 minus 8, which is 5, okay? Now, from this point forward, I'm only remembering this number, nothing else. Okay, so I'm putting the number in the vault, okay, 5. And each round that I play, I deduct how many clubs my opponent.
I've got myself on 5, so you can talk.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Any questions? Sorry.
No. You'll be able to hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Sorry. I thought I was on mute.
No. Michelle, yes, you can ask a question.
No. I'm going to mute myself because I'm eating. I don't want everyone to hear me eating.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
By the way, Michelle, if I can ask, what's your last name?
Davis.
Davis. Okay. Sorry, I didn't have it written. Okay, thank you very
Okay,
much.
I'll mute myself again till I've finished eating. Sorry.
Okay, no worries. Thank you. Okay, so and so now I'm going, of course, to show you how I'm doing the counting. And last but not least, another option to count, and that's the way that I use personally, okay, when I play. Whether I recommend it or not, this is a good question. I mean, if you feel like it's convenient for you, go for it. It's a little bit more sophisticated, so might find it a bit difficult, but up to you, okay? So my way of thinking in counting, okay, I don't count the cards, I count the distribution. Okay, so basically I'm saying the following. I'm starting by counting that I have 8 clubs, and I'm continuing by saying, okay, the opponents have 5, and then I'm saying, okay, the opponents have 5 cards in clubs. Those 5 cards in clubs can split in 3 different ways: 3-2, 4-1, or 5-0. Would you agree?
Yeah.
When I play the suit, I'm trying to think, what is the distribution? Once someone does not follow the suit, I know what the distribution was.
Yeah.
Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So as I said, it's a little bit more. It's like looking at the whole picture rather than one by one. A little bit more difficult, less sophisticated. But if you find it easy, up to you. So, any questions before we are starting to play? No. Okay. Yeah, off we go. I'm playing a low heart. Let's see what West is doing. If he plays a low heart, of course, I can win my queen. I'm not going to play the ace of hearts as many people would. This will be suicide. If I play the ace of hearts, all the rest of the hearts, king, jack, 10 of the opponents will become masters, and they might use it against me later on. I'm not touching the heart suit. I'm keeping it for later. Going with the club suit. Okay, I'm low club to the ace. That's my first move. And now let's do the counting. If you count straightforward, you would count 4 clubs were played. Okay? 4 are left on the table is 8. 2 left in my hand is 10. 13 minus 10 is 3. Okay? So that's one way. The second way, which I recommend, is we already know that they had 5 originally. And in this round, we have taken from our opponents 2 clubs, the 6 and the 9. And therefore, 5 minus 2 equals 3. Okay? In both of those calculations, we go to the same number. We go to 3. The opponents have 3 cards. Okay? So if you want to count 5 minus 2 equals 3, that's up to you. If you want to say 4 plus 4 plus 2 minus 13 equals 3, of course, that's up to you. Your decision. I hope that you can see how much easier is this solution, but up to you. Now, if we're doing the distribution idea, I'm saying, okay, at this point, I know that the distribution is not 5-0, definitely, because both of them follow the suit. So it could be either 4-1 or 3-2. I'll find out in the next round. Okay, if that makes sense. Okay, let's go with the king of club and find out the distribution or what happens. And okay, so now if we're counting in my recommendation, 3 minus 2 that we have taken now, the 4 and the 8 equals 1. Okay, if you count in the straightforward way, 4 plus 4 is 8. 2 rounds of 4 is 8, plus 3 on the table 11, plus 1 in the hand is 12, minus 13, there is 1 left as well. And if you count in my way of the distributions, at this point, I know that the original distribution was 3 and 2, and therefore there is 1 club left. Okay, so you'll get to the same number whatever you do. Okay, if that makes sense. So it's just a question of choice. Okay, so from now on, I'm not going to do the whole scenario. You understand the picture, okay? And you will, I will continue with the basic, with my recommendation here of, starting and deducting. And when you play, you of course go with your counting. Okay, let's take the jack of club from the opponents. And now we established our last 2 clubs. Of course, we can now enjoy them. Now we need to choose a discount. Yes. So this is always a very potential problematic issue. Okay. So what do you think? 4 of diamonds, 7 of spades.
Diamond.
Okay. I hear diamond suggestions. Now, let me tell you this. Before I decide what I'm going to discard now, I will ask myself what I'm going to discard later. What does it mean? I know that I'm going to play the 2 of clubs after I winning the 3 of clubs, okay?
Yeah.
So I know that I'm going to have 2 discards, which means I want to decide now what those 2 discards are going to be. I don't know if it makes sense, but it's important because the number of discards that you have could be very significant to the decision. If I have 3 discards or if I have 2 discards, if I have 1 discard, could make a very big difference on the decision, okay? In our scenario, we are going to have 2 discards, the 3 of clubs and the 2 of clubs, okay? On both of them, North will have to find a discard. So now I want you to think about the 2 discards that you are going to make. And basically, what are our options, okay? We can go with 2 diamonds.
Yeah.
We can go with 2 spades. Or we can go with 1 spade and 1 diamond. Of course, we are not going to discard the ace of hearts, so that's out of the question. So we can discard the 7 of spades and the 4 of diamonds. This is the last option, yeah? So basically, maybe a different color. Okay, 7 of spades and 4 of diamonds, that's the last option. So what do you think will you choose?
2 diamonds.
2 diamonds?
2 diamonds.
I'd probably go for 2 diamonds as well.
2 diamonds. Okay. Now, if we remember our analysis from before, we realized that in spades we have potential, in diamond we don't have potential, and therefore the answer is very simple.
It's the losers, yeah.
Exactly. I want to keep the spades because this is the potential for more tricks. Okay, does it make sense?
Yeah.
So, of course, I'm going to get rid of 2 diamonds and keep my spades. Oh, the opponent discarded 1 spade. This is a very important, for me, it's very important for me to pay attention because we have 7 spades, the opponents have 6 spades, okay? Because he's discarded a spade now, they have only 5 spades. So because spade is, I'm interested in the spade suit, I'm noting that, that move from east. Okay, so now they have only 5 left. That could be very helpful for me to establish the spade suit potentially. Okay, let's go with the 2 of clubs, and they discard a diamond. I discard the second diamond, and now a diamond. Okay, so that's less helpful. Okay, so now we already have 11 tricks. Okay, because we had 8 at the beginning. We won the Queen of Hearts. This was 9, and we won 2 more clubs. That's 11. So now I want to get my 12th trick. Okay, it could come only from the spade suit. Now the question is how to play the spade suit, and this is an interesting question. We have 2 options. I can play ace and king, hope to get either the queen or the jack. It might, it might drop under my ace king, and then all we have to do is lose the 10 to the queen or jack that was left, and the 9 is established. Okay, so that's one option. The second option is to play the 10 from the table, okay, and let it run. Let it run, meaning that if West plays low, I play low as well. Okay, now this is basically a double finesse against the queen and the jack, where theoretically, if we are lucky, we can win 2 more tricks, because if the queen and the jack both, luckily for us, are in West, we can win all the spades. We can capture both of them. Yes, we have the 10, 9, 8, 7, and we will make all 13 tricks in that case. Okay. On the other hand, of course, if we let the 10 of spades run and we lose it to queen or jack, then later on we have to hope to see what happens with the 9. In my opinion, because the 2 of spades was discarded already by East, and now they have only 5 cards left, I think that I will go with running the 10. But I'm not sure if it's the best option, but yeah, let's go with that and see what happens. Yalla. Let's hope. Whoopa!
Wow.
Okay, so Probably both queen and jack are in west. I continue one more spade. Okay, they play the jack. Of course, I'm going to capture it with the king. Now, I know where the queen is. Yes, so easily I can go back to the ace of diamond. Okay, see how important to keep the ace of diamond. So I can play one more spade and capture the queen very easily and complete all 13 tricks. Okay, now we got the in this hand. And now, if you remember, I told you that slam could have been in our scope, and as you can see, we won all 13 at the end. Of course, some luck to get all 13, but slam would have been good, and of course, we would have played a slam. Now, at this point, we can compare ourselves to others, and I have a feeling that some people would be the slam, potentially 6 no trump or 6 club, which is even a better contract. Okay. And if they did, our score is not going to be that good. It seems amazing, but it's not going to be that. So unlucky for us. We are the first one to play this hand. It shows here that it's still empty. Okay, so with time, now this hand will go in the circulation in bridge base, and hopefully in about later on, we can come back and see what people are playing live later on, okay? We still don't have comparison for this hand in this case. Okay, competitive questions about the previous hand, sorry.
No, it was amazing.
Okay, just saying, this is live, this is completely random. I don't know the cards in any way. If you, yes, we are just playing the hand as it comes.
No, it's so good to see what you're doing, Yaniv. It really helps.
Okay.
Excuse me, how do we get the recording back? You're recording this, aren't you?
I started recording at some point. Yeah, I just want to see the analysis.
How can I see the recording again?
I will send it. I will send it to you. Don't worry.
I'd really like to see that again. That was beautiful.
I will send it, and you can see it. No problem. As many times as you want. With pleasure. Okay. So next hand. This is competitive bidding. So let's see. East opens 1 diamond. My partner passes. West responds 1 hearts. So this is a straightforward overcall. Of course, we have 5 cards in spades. We are not short of picture cards, as you can see. So straightforward overcall. The only remark I want to give in this hand before I bid 1 spade, which is of course correct, you could consider bidding 1 no trump. Okay, so just reminding you that 1 no trump overcall is 15-17 or 15-18 and a balanced hand.
Yeah.
And you should have stopper in opponent's suit. Okay, so the reason I might consider it, in this case, I'm not going to do it because my diamond suit is not actually a stopper.
That's great.
Okay, we have the jack only third, and theoretically we might lose it under the ace king queen, so it's dangerous. The advantage of bidding 1 no trump, it's a more descriptive bid, points and distribution. Don't forget that if you bid 1 spades, you could have as little as 7 points or 8 points with a nice 5-card suit. Okay, and in reality we have 16. So we are not really describing that. On the other hand, bidding 1 no trump, partner doesn't know about our spade. So if my partner is on lead, if they continue to bidding, my partner would never lead spades, which of course is quite a shame when you have the ace king queen jack. But just wanted to remind you, 1 no trump overcall 15-17 and balanced and stopper in the opponent's suits. Okay, questions?
You wouldn't double, yeah, because you got 5.
No. Double definitely not, but it's good that you ask. Double in this position by north. Okay, should we go back? Let's go back. Okay, just to show. If I double in this position, okay, this is a takeout double. Okay, this is a takeout double. Now, takeout double means, partner, I have the unbid suits, and I prefer that you will choose the suit. Okay. As opponents have bid 2 suits, diamonds and hearts, my double will show the other 2 suits, spades and clubs. Okay.
No,
and we say, partner, listen, I prefer that you will choose the suit. Okay. So when you look at this hand with those 5 spades and those 2 clubs, do you want your partner to choose or you?
No, I thought it just showed the spades. If the hearts had been.
No.
Okay.
You are confusing with negative double. Okay, so
Okay.
sorry, who's asking the question?
Nina.
Nina, okay. So as you're asking this question, and this is a very, very common mistake, okay?
What was the question?
The question is the double not showing only spades?
Oh, no.
Okay, so look at this position, Nina. If the one diamond, can you see on the left in red, the auction that I'm putting on the screen?
Yes.
Yes.
If my partner opens one diamond, I repeat again, in our scenario, the opening came from our opponent on the left,
Yes.
east, okay? If the opening would have came from my partner in south, one diamond,
Yeah.
and the one heart was an overcall, this is a negative double showing only spades. Okay.
Okay.
This double shows at least 4 cards in spades and at least 6 points.
Yeah.
Okay? This is a negative double because your partner has already bid. And when my partner has already bid, I'm not going to ask him to choose his longest suit when he's already told me that diamond is his longest suit. Okay? So this is a different type of double. In our scenario, this is a classic takeout double, but opponents have bid 2 suits and not 1 suit. That's it.
Mm.
So if the opening bid would have been 1 heart without the 1 diamond, and I'm doubling it, I'm saying I have all suits, spades, clubs, and diamonds, all unbid suits, and I want my partner to choose the suit. If the opponents have bid 2 suits, like in our case, my double means partner choose between spades and clubs. I have both of them, 4 and 4, 5, whatever. Okay, but it's definitely not this hand. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So we bid 1 spade, and the opponent in his supports west to 2 hearts, and our partner, let's see what he's doing. Our partner has a problem. Okay, you know what? Why would I make an effort when you can make an effort? That's always better, no? Okay, you tell me, what do you bid from this hand? So the problem is, you can see now the partner's hand, yeah? The problem that we have is that we have 4 cards in spades, and we know that our partner has 5 cards in spades. So clearly, we are happy with the spades. We have 9 of them, and that's wonderful. But we only have 3 points. So that's, of course, an interesting deliberation. I'm sure you run into it a lot, because it happens a lot that you have a support, but you don't really have points, unfortunately. So what do you think? Still bid, not bid, go for pass, go for bidding? What do you think?
I wouldn't have bid, I don't think, with 3 points.
Wouldn't have bid.
I wouldn't have. I wouldn't bid at that point.
Okay, so
I only have 8, 9 points.
I would definitely bid because I've only got 2 hearts, and why not? They might go higher, and I'm a bit of an adventurer, but I would bid.
Okay.
So
So we can see 2 different approaches, and that's, of course, happens all the time. It doesn't mean that one of them is wrong and one of them is right. Okay, it's very important to emphasize that.
Yes.
In those competitive bidding situations, there is no wrong and right. There is dangerous or no less dangerous. There is adventurous, as Karen said, or things like that. But I wouldn't say there is wrong and right. Okay. So, the reason I'm showing this hand, there are 2 reasons I wanted to show the hand, okay? One of them is vulnerability, okay? Now, I know that many of you don't really pay attention to vulnerability. And if you're not playing duplicate games often, then you might not even need to.
No.
But when you play duplicate or when you're being compared, the vulnerability could be a big factor. So Karen, you're saying I don't see what can happen. So let me tell you what can happen. Okay.
I say stop.
And I'm not saying that you are wrong. Okay.
Okay.
I'll tell you the problem, and that happened to me. So I mean, it's from experience. It's not theory. So imagine that you bid 2 spades. Okay, and imagine that West bids 4 hearts, and that's very likely to happen when you have 3 points. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Yes.
They likely to have the majority of the points and probably have points for game. Now, Your partner, based on your 2 spades, might go to 4 spades, or or even if West go to 3 hearts, they might go to 3 spades. So the problem is the bidding does not necessarily stop where you want it to, because you are coming and say it's only 2 spades. What can go wrong? But it doesn't finish that, because when your partner can say the 2 spades, they can base their bid on that, and they're saying, you support me, you have some points, you have some spades, yalla, let's rock and roll, and they are going higher and higher. And you might be doubled, and you are vulnerable, and you might pay a lot of penalties. Okay? And I'm saying it again from bitter experience. So keep in mind, again, I'm not saying that you are wrong. I'm just saying that it's very dangerous. And personally, the reason I would decide not to bid in this hand is the vulnerability.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about vulnerability. You can see the red and the white here. Okay, can you see my mouse?
Yeah.
Okay, it shows you in 2 places to make sure you'll see that north south are red, east west are white. Okay, white is non-vulnerable and red is vulnerable. Okay, now when you are vulnerable, the meaning is that if you don't make your contract, you lose more points per trick. If you make your contract, if it's a game, you get a higher bonus. So vulnerable means that the points are higher for both directions, for plus and for minus. Okay? So if you had a stronger hand, of course, no problem. But when you know that your hand, you know that your bid is borderline, to say the least, yes? So you know that you are risking. So when you are vulnerable, you need to be more cautious, more conservative, okay?
Yeah.
Again, you can still go with your 2 spades, Karen. I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm just saying that it is dangerous. To say that it's not dangerous, it would be careless.
Yeah.
You decide that you're taking the risk, and that's absolutely fine, okay? But don't ignore it.
Okay.
The second thing I wanted to say about this hand is, if you have an agreement, and that's for more experienced players or partnerships that have agreement. If I would bid with this hand, okay, I would bid 3 spades and not 2 spades, and that sounds a little bit of a contradiction to what I just said. But if I have the agreement of a preemptive support, and this is lessons that I've given as part of competitive bidding, I've done it a few times at the club, a few times online, not lately, maybe lately as well, last year, I think. So the idea is that the jump support in competitive bidding shows weakness, okay? Weakness in points and length.
Yeah, length.
Again, sorry?
Length.
Exactly, because we know that we have 9 spades rather than 8.
Yeah.
So the jump to 3 spades will say, partner, I have more spades, not only 3 to support you, I have 4 or 5, but I don't have points. Now you might ask, okay, so what do you do when you have points and you want to bid 3 spades because you have points? Okay, so if I had, let's say, 12 points, obviously 2 spades would not send that message. 2 spades is like 6 to 10 or something like that.
So you invite.
Again?
You go to 3 to invite.
To 3 what?
You go to game. You go to 4.
No, wait.
No, you change suit.
Wait. Okay. So, okay, slow.
Let's go back.
Slow. So this subject is a little bit complex. So I would have to ask at this point, do we want a quick explanation about that position?
Yes.
Is it too complex? Okay.
No, let's do it.
For some players, it might be a bit too much. I will keep it short. Okay. I'll keep it short, but I think it's interesting, so we'll do it. Okay. So let's go quickly. If my partner opens 1 spades and there is no overcall, nothing, we are bidding, me and my partner, and we are not interrupted whatsoever. Okay. This is very important to go over, because remember, and also when I teach from scratch, I always say, first of all, make sure you know what to do when the opponents are not bidding. Okay, that's the base for everything. Then when the opponents are bidding, of course, it's more difficult, but at least when you have the basics, you can, because we always relate to the basics. Okay, the basics are opening, response, rebid without any interruptions. Okay, so just to remind you, we can bid 2 spades, we can bid 3 spades, and we can bid 4 spades. Well, the difference between those bids are, okay, 2 spades would be saying 6 to 9 points, meaning there is a chance for a game, but we are not near the game because partner might have 12 or might have 19. 3 spades, this is the classic invitation. Partner, we are near the game. If you have 12, it's not enough. If you have a bit more, it is enough. Invitation means that we are on the cusp for the game, okay? But I cannot bid it myself because I'm not sure, okay? Last option, of course, if we have 13 points or more, of course, we have the slam, but if we ignore slam for a second, 4 spade will be the bid because here we have enough for a game, okay? So far, are you with me? This is okay. So we basically want to give our partner the indication of where we are in relation to the game. Now, if we take this, so if we had enough for a game, we could have bid 4 spades. If we are not near the game, we can bid 2 spades. But if we are coming and saying that 3 spades now becomes, in this specific scenario, because of the competition, becomes suddenly a preemptive bid, we need to find an alternative, what to do when we have the spade support and we have the real points, 11 points or something like that, okay? Now, someone suggested to bid a new suit. Bid a new suit is a nice idea, but it's not solving the problem, because when your partner does not know that you can support them, it's very problematic. And you might, let's say you bid 3 clubs, you might end up in 3 clubs when you have 9 spades and 7 clubs. So that's the catastrophe. And if they bid, your opponents, and your partner does not know that you have spades, they are not likely to bid again. So they don't know that you can support them. That's the problem. The opposite. They will think that you can't support them.
So then why don't you go 3 spades, which is inviting, and let them make the decision?
Again, we want to change the meaning of the 3 spades. So again, if we want to change the meaning of the 3 spades in this specific scenario into, okay, something like what we have here, okay? So if we are saying, listen, in competitive bidding, 3 spades becomes preemptive, okay? So basically, weak in points.
Long spades, yeah.
But longer in spades, okay?
Yeah.
So that will be the interpretation of the 3 spades. You cannot use it both for invitation and both for preemptive, okay?
Okay.
3 hearts.
Who said 3 hearts?
Me, Nina.
Okay,
Oh, would that be a Cupid?
I'm sending you the gold star in the.
Thank you. I just remembered
That's the correct answer, and the correct answer is a Cupid, correct?
Yeah.
Correct answer. Cupid in this scenario would show exactly that. Okay, 3 hearts. Yeah. Cupid meaning that we are bidding the opponent's suit on purpose. Yeah. Okay. It doesn't show hearts. Okay. The Cupid would show partner. I have the spade support, and I'm interested in game, and we are near the game at least, and I want to see if you can go to game. If I had a weak hand, I would have bid 2 spades or 3 spades or, you know, something like that, that would have shown a weak hand in points and not a strong. So all the strong hands with the support goes to the Cupid, and all the weak hands goes to bidding the spade right away. Okay. Okay, so that was, of course, a little bit more advanced. If you haven't learned that, or it wasn't clear for you, you are in a very good position. Always better not to know about things, believe me. It makes your life much easier. Okay, so I think that, sorry, questions about, just last questions about Cupid or something like that, I'm happy to answer. Yes, no questions? No? Anyone? No. Okay, go. No. So okay, for this specific hand, I think that we will leave. I think it's better to pass, not to take too much risks here. Okay, but if I had the option to use 3 spades as a preemptive, I might have used it. It's still dangerous because of the vulnerability. Okay, it's still dangerous because of vulnerability.
I have got a question.
Please, yes.
This thing about bidding to the fit.
To the level of the fit. It's
level
the same
of the fit.
idea. Yeah, it's the same idea. So the preemptive support bidding to the level of the fit is part of the same concept. The idea behind bidding to the level of the fit, it helps you to determine which level to bid in. Okay, so when I know that we have 9 cards, I would usually bid at the 3 level, which represents for 9 tricks. Okay,
unless you've only got 3 points.
So that's the decision in the partnership. If you decide to implement that bidding to the level of the fit / preemptive, you would use that bid only when the hand is weak. You're not using it when you're strong. When you're strong, you always go to the cubit. Whether I have 4 spades or 3 spades or 5 spades doesn't make a difference. It's always cubit. And when I'm weak, I'm bidding based on the length. So 2 spades with 3, 3 spades with 4, and theoretically 4 spades with 5. So when we have 10 of them together in this scenario. Okay.
I'm sorry, I feel a complete idiot. You've only got 3 points. Why are you bidding at all?
And we are not bidding at all. We are going to pass.
We're stopping. Yeah, we're not bidding.
You see, Eula is basically, who is iPad? Sorry, I see. Who is iPad? Sorry, this is Martin. Sorry, let me rename you because I cannot always see the picture.
Peter, but sorry, I missed it. I thought you were talking about, I don't know what I thought you were talking
about. No, doesn't matter. We are passing. All good. So if the deliberation about all this wasn't 100% clear, just let's keep it simple. Okay, so the bidding goes pass to us. Let's go back to the original hand that we had analyzed, and this is where are we here? Yes. Okay, good. So we don't know anything about South. Yes, theoretically. So the bidding went 1 diamond pass 1 hearts. We overcalled 1 spades, and then 2 hearts pass to us. Okay, what are we doing now? Difficult. And try to ignore what you know about your partner. Okay, that's we don't know that they have all that spades. That's of course the problem. By the way, let me add to this. If your partner would have bid 2 spades, yes, that some of you suggested, would you have continued the bidding or passed? What do you think?
Continued.
Exactly. Continued, and you can see the problem. Exactly. Eula's remark is correct. If your partner bids 2 spades, you start to think about the game in this hand. Yes. So the pass is very important for that, but at the same time, the pass creates a problem that I don't know that my partner has spades. So it makes it difficult on me to bid at all. Okay. What do you think? What would you have done with this hand? Again, not knowing anything about your partner. Difficult, very difficult here. It's a very difficult hand. I'm definitely not sure what I would have done here, I must say. I think that the hearts, king, queen, 8 in hearts, probably, prompting us to say, listen, we have potentially good, defense against a hard contract. I will be inclined to leave it into hearts, I think, personally. Also, if we decide to bid, what would we bid? I mean, if you bid 2 spades, it looks like 6 cards.
No trouble.
No trouble.
So what? I mean, if you down bet, your partner is likely to bid 3 clubs, which is of course a catastrophe.
What about no trumps?
Yes, but then you have to go to Tourno Trump with only 16 points. Tourno Trumps without a diamond stopper, even though opponents are likely to lead hard, but still, it's
club stopper.
With only 6 points, with only 16 points to beat Tourno Trump by yourself, you are unlikely to make 8 tricks. Just want to remind you about No Trump, okay? How many points do you need in order to open Tourno Trump?
20 to 22.
20. Okay, 20. And for a reason. for a reason, because if your partner is weak, with less than that, you are not necessarily going to make it. Now, in this scenario, my partner is telling me that they are weak. And if I have 16, how would I make 2 no-trump? From where? How would I make 8 tricks here? Okay, it's going to be very difficult. I think we leave it and we'll defend against 2 hearts. Are you happy with that, or you're not happy with me?
No, I would do that false, yeah.
It's when you know that your partner had that 4 cards in spades, you obviously want to be 2 spades, but the problem is that we don't know that, okay? And we have to treat it as okay, let's leave it in 2 hearts, see what happens. Okay, let's see the defense. So our partner will probably going to lead a spade, very likely, yes, because that's what we bid. Okay, so, sorry, who's on lead? Oh, we are on lead. Sorry, we're on lead. Okay, so, okay, ace of spades, top of a sequence is a very, you know, straightforward lead. So here we have who has done with me the lessons on defense, and specifically on signals in defense, and specifically the McKinney concept.
No.
No one?
I love the McKinney concept. Amelia and I love it.
Okay. Oh, wait, Sarah was there. Who said she learned it? Sorry. Okay. Who?
Sarah.
Sarah, yes. Sarah, you learned with me, with Mandy. Anyone else know what McKinney is?
No.
I think I missed
No. Karen, no?
No.
Yeah, Davis, you don't know what it is?
No, I don't know.
Okay, top. Okay, so I'll give it in few. Yes?
Can I ask a question from the beach?
Yes, of course.
Just a quick question. Sorry, a quick question.
Yes, Danielle.
I'm obviously way behind these people, but when you play the computer, why is it showing their hand on the left and not your partner's hand at the top?
Because
why are you getting
played yet?
Because we are in defense.
So when in defense, you don't get to see the dummy's hands.
No, I can't see the dummy's hand, but the dummy is my opponent.
When we've been playing, I've been seeing like north and south hands. How come you're seeing north and east hands?
Yes, okay. So if you are playing as a declarer, okay, you will see your cards and your partner cards, the dummy, okay? But in our case here, who won the bidding? Danielle, look, West won the bidding in 2 hearts. So West is the declarer, okay? So if West is imagine when you play at the club, Danielle, if not you or your partner are the declarer, if one of your opponents are the declarer, their partner is going to be the dummy, and then you can see the dummy, which is your opponent.
Yeah. Okay, got it.
So in our case, we didn't win the bidding, so we are not going to be the declarer. Okay. So let me say a few words about McKinney. If you'll get it, excellent. If it's too difficult, okay, you maybe learn it in the future. So let's start with basic signal. So basic signal, high encourages, low discourages, or something of that sort. Most of you probably ran into, I assume, yeah? Or low encourages, or whatever. But using a high card or a low card.
High encourages, low discourages.
Okay, whatever.
So I do low like, high hate.
Okay, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's the same signal. It's just a different implementation.
Yes, exactly.
Okay? It doesn't make a conceptual difference. Okay.
No.
Now, when we look at this situation, specifically the dummy has singleton in spades, meaning if I continue spades, they are going to trump me. Okay. So therefore, to give that signal that we usually give a signal, if our partner leads an ace, okay, we usually will give the signal, partner, I encourages you to continue or discourages you to continue, okay? But in this specific scenario, this signal is redundant. Because why do I need that signal? There are no spades on the dummy. I'm not going to continue whether you like it or not, okay? So all of that low like, high like, encourage, or all of those story, all of this story in this specific scenario is out of the window. Okay, does it make sense so far?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the question is, what? Yes, what should we signal? We can still signal. My partner led an ace. I can play my lowest card. I can play my not so lowest card. Okay. So if we, for 1 second, go back to see the partner's hand. Okay. This, yeah. Oh, no, sorry. I got back to the same one. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. That's not my mistake. We should go to the, okay, here. Okay. So I'm saying my partner led an ace, okay? The spade is not relevant anymore. I want to tell them which suit I want them to play. So this is McKinney, okay? If you learned it. How do we do it? Very simple. The trump suit is
Hearts.
hearts. Okay, so first of all, let's do this. Because the trump suit is hearts, we ignore the hearts. We are not going to encourage hearts being the trump suit. If my partner wants to play hearts, it's their problem, but it's not something that I'm going to signal for. So spades out of the picture, heart out of the picture. We are left with two suits, diamonds and clubs, okay? My discard now should tell my partner whether I want a diamond or a club. How do I do it? Low spade means I want a low suit. High spade means I want the high suit. So if I play the 10 of spades or the 9 of spades, I'm signaling the...
For a diamond.
Oh, sorry.
Like a diamond return.
1 second. Yes. If I'm doing the 10 of spades, I'm signaling for diamonds. If I'm playing the 3 of spades, I'm signaling for clubs. Does it make sense or not?
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is the McKinney concept. Okay, let's get rid of that. Okay, this is the McKinney concept, and we use the card value to indicate low suit or high suit in that order. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so we learn McKinney. If you've done McKinney with me, we focus on McKinney in this card, but we can use it also here, the McKinney. Okay, this is another implementation of a more sophisticated situation. Okay, if that makes sense. So now I'm asking, okay, which suit do I want to signal to my partner, diamonds or clubs?
Clubs.
Clubs. By the way, when would I signal diamond? When I can see the ace, king, queen of diamond in the table, when would I signal for diamonds? If I had
void.
Exactly, if I had void or even a singleton, I might want to trump. Okay, so that could have been a good idea. But here, of course, we want to signal the club, because if my partner plays a club, I can establish very easily my king. Can you see that?
Yeah.
So I'm playing the three of spades in the hope that my partner will read the signal. I'm playing my lowest card to say, partner, I want you to play the lower suit, which is the
Clubs.
in our case specifically, it's the clubs. Okay, let's go back to the hand. We'll now stay with one hand. I don't want to make it too complex, so it's here. Yeah. Okay. No, again, I'm in the wrong one. What happens to me today? Sorry. Okay, we'll stay with the... Is this one? No, what's happening here? Oh, okay, good. So my partner is asking me to play a club, so we'll play a club. Remember, from a double tone, always the higher from a double tone, okay? Declare is going for the finesse, and of course, we can win the king of club. Now, what I'm going to do now, and tell me if you find any... I mean, what do you think we should play now? Look at the dummy. The dummy is very, very fierce. Yes, ace of club, ace, king, queen of diamond, void in spades, okay? Very difficult to defend here. In my opinion, I can play either club to get rid of the ace of club from the which could be an access, or even a spade. A spade in this case, in my opinion, is not a bad move because I force them to trump and reduce the trumps from the table. I don't think it's a problematic move here. Okay, so let them trump and see what they're doing.
You wouldn't have led a heart. to get rid of two of theirs?
Two of them.
I thought about it. It's good that you are. Who said about heart?
Me.
Michelle.
Michelle. Okay, Michelle and Nina. Okay, so first of all, very good suggestion. And the thinking in playing heart is to say, okay, let's reduce the hearts on the table,
The trumps.
and then they can trump less spades. Generally speaking, you are right. Specifically in this hand, I didn't do it because of the diamonds. Why? If I had the declarer to draw the trumps, I can see that they can win 6 diamond tricks, likely, all the diamonds.
Oh, right. Okay.
Once the diamonds are out, once the trumps are gone, we are out of the window. Okay, so I don't want to help him do that, basically. Okay, so that's my thinking here.
Okay.
Okay, I hope that makes sense. But very good suggestion. I definitely agree with the thinking. Okay.
Okay.
Now the declarer is trying to draw the trumps again because he wants to get rid of the trumps and then win all his diamonds. Okay, which makes sense. So I'm thinking, how can we prevent it? Okay. So now potentially either another spade to reduce the hearts. I don't know, it's difficult. I can play another spade to reduce the hearts. I can play maybe a club to get rid of the ace of club from the dummy. Both are possible. Okay, let's see. Let's go with club. Let's see what happens. If we get rid of the ace of club from the dummy, might make difficult for the declarer to go back to the diamonds later on if they'll need it. I don't know. Okay, he's playing hard to the ace. Okay, well, the declarer is now going to run the diamonds. Not a lot that we can do. What he's going to do is playing very well. He will just run the diamonds until we trump them. And once we trump them, of course, that they can simply go back and, they still have a heart on the table and go back. Okay, he's trumping the diamond. That I don't understand why. Could have just played the queen, but whatever. Okay, he now wants to trump the club. Okay, I'll let him trump the club. If I would have trumped it with the king, it wouldn't have helped me, yes, because he still keeps the hearts on the dummy. Okay, now he'll play the queen of diamonds. Okay, it's the same. He's done it a bit more complex, but it wouldn't change the final outcome. I can trump now with my heart, but now they have he has only, declarer has only heart, I think. So not a lot we could have done here. He has the queen of club winner. Okay. Yeah. He played a bit, Robert played a bit weird. He could just keep running the diamonds, the top diamonds, until I'm trumping them, and that's it. But it'll make a difference. Okay. They made 9 tricks. What's interesting to see in this hand, in my opinion, is what happened in other table. Again, we're the first one to play it. What happens here? Yeah, I don't know. It would be very interesting to get here a comparison to see what other players, other tables would play with those hands. Okay. Next hand. Sorry, which hand are you seeing now? You're saying the north or the south?
North.
You're saying the north.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's stay with the north. So, quick questions about the last hand? No. Okay, it was quite straightforward there. I think the defense was interesting, where the signal was interesting there. Wow. So, high-level bidding with a preemptive and interesting vulnerability position. So, let's see. 3 spades opening bid for my partner shows what? Who can remind me quickly?
Even spades.
7
cards.
7 cards in spades, okay, but a weak hand. Wait, Sarah, you have 2. She had to sign out. Okay, no worries. Okay, so 7 cards in spades, weak hand. When we say weak hand, roughly 6 to 10, 6 to 9, 6 to 10 points, something like that. Okay. So we have a 4 diamond overcall. Wow. That's a very interesting position, not very frequent to get an overcall in such a high level.
Yeah.
Especially when our hand is not weak. Yes, we have 15 points. So, let's think. What are we going to do here? Now, let me tell you this. I'll give you one recommendation, okay? I would start thinking, what would I have bid if West would have passed and not overcalled? Okay, start with that. And why am I doing that? Because that can give you an interesting reference of what you should bid now.
But you've got a fit. So wouldn't have you gone straight to the spades?
I don't know. I'm asking you. You tell me.
Yeah, I'm saying I've got a fit.
If West would have passed, what would you have bid?
Four spades.
4 spades. Okay. So now you will bid 4 spades as well. So in this case, if the overcall doesn't change your bid, then it's easy. Okay. Okay. Another suggestion.
Well, the thing is, we might only have 21 points between us.
Okay. So what would you consider if West would have passed? What would you have considered?
Trumps.
Exactly. You might consider passing here. Yes, you might consider passing because.
But don't you immediately, once you've got a fit, you know they low points. You know what your points are. So
they could have 5.
Yeah, I would have stopped.
It's a question. I think that if West passes, it's borderline whether to go to 4. I think it's borderline, okay? Because, you have the 15 points, but if partner has the minimum, let's say 6, 7 points, it might be borderline.
Yeah.
Now, so let's say if West passes, we deliberate between potentially pass, potentially 4 spades. By the way, you might even think about 3 or trumps. I don't know if it's a possibility. Maybe, because if we can win 7 spades, it might be easier to win 9 tricks rather than 10 tricks, no?
Yeah.
Might be an interesting deliberation here. Let's put it this way. If the opening bid was 3 in a minor, I would definitely go to 3 or trumps. But because it's a major, of course, the alternative of 4 spades is also very good. So deliberation. 4 diamonds. So we have a nice hand, and we are likely to defeat these 4 diamonds, yes, because we have 4 cards in diamonds. So that gives us a little bit of a problem. I think that my issue with the diamond is that I have king, and then the rest are so low that they are very unlikely to win tricks. So if I had, let's say, a 10, a jack, something that is more, with more meat in the diamond suit, I might consider even doubling them, by the way. It's also a possibility. If you look at the vulnerability, they are vulnerable and we are not. And if we are quite certain that we are defeating them, we could have considered double. But with those diamonds, I'm not so happy with that. So what do we think? Final decision.
4 spades.
4 spades. I think the 4 diamond in this case is pushing us to bid 4 spades. Yes.
Yeah.
If it wasn't there, we might have decided to go cautious and leave it or something like that. But after the 4 diamond, they are pushing us. Yalla, let's go with 4 spades. We'll roll the dice and we hope for the best. Okay. I hope it makes sense. And we are left in 4 spades. Okay, we have a trump contract. Now we need to change the view. Yes, to go to the declarer. Okay, so we are going here. Okay, good. Tov, trump contract 4 spades. Not going to be easy already. We can see the opener had only 6 points. So in points we are a bit behind. But we'll make an effort. Okay, trump contract. We are going to count what are we counting in a trump contract?
Losers.
We're counting losers. Okay, so counting losers is much more difficult than counting winners. Okay, so shall we do it together? What do you say?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it together. Yeah. Okay. First important remark about counting losers is you must count the losers from the side of the longer trump. Let me explain what it means. I look at the side where the trumps are longer, which is clearly south in this case, okay? And this hand represents the base.
Uh-oh, where did I put my...
Okay, are you with me? This hand represents the base. So let me give you the easy example here. Let's look at the hard suit, okay? In the base, okay, I have 2 cards. And therefore, it means that we have 2 potential rounds that we need to handle. Okay, after those 2 rounds, I can start trumping, and therefore there cannot be more than 2 losers in the hard suit. It doesn't matter that on the other side I have 3, because the base is the hand where the trumps are long, and this is sound. And therefore, in the hard suit, I have 2 cards. I can win easily one with the ace. Okay, so let me just show you that. So one of them can go with the ace and is not a loser. The second one, I would probably have to lose either to the king or the queen. And therefore, altogether in the hard suit, we have 1 loser. Okay? Are you with me? Was it clear? Not clear? Too easy? Difficult? Too quick? Too slow? What do you feel?
It was clear.
Okay, let's hope. Okay, yeah, let's continue from here. So I gave you the way to count. Now let's see if you can do it yourself. How many losers in diamond? That's easy.
1.
Relatively easy. Correct. We have 1 card. We don't have the ace, and therefore in diamonds we have 1. Let me just try to move it below. No, למה הוא לוקח אותי? Sorry, I don't know why he's putting it where I don't want it to be. Okay, 1 second. Let's see if I can move it that way. Okay. Oh, okay. This is better. Okay, so 1 in heart and 1 in diamond. Okay, good. So how many losers in clubs?
3.
What? 2,
3.
maybe.
The ace and the queen. The ace. 1.
1.
1. Okay.
1.
So, as we can see, club is much more complicated. So we already have 3 answers. We have 2, we have 3, and we have 1. Okay. Any more wise?
3.
It's more difficult. I agree.
Maybe
The club is a bit more difficult to count. Okay. Shall I explain?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see. Okay. So we start by saying that we have 3 cards in the. Oops. No. I wanted this. Okay. So we have 3 cards. No. What's going on? And we need to see how many of them we can handle. Okay. So if I look at the 2, let's say I'm playing the king. Okay. Now, we have to ignore, of course, the ace of club was played, because that, of course, makes a difference. But if we, for a second, ignore the ace of club lead, okay? We might, if we look at the club suit fresh, we might lose the king to the ace, unfortunately.
Yes.
It is possible. And if that happens, we have to lose the king to the ace, and then the other 2, we still lose to the queen and the jack, okay? And therefore, the correct answer, looking only at the club suit without the opening lead, the correct answer is 3 losers. Okay? As some of you said correctly. Now, because the ace of club was led, clearly that means that our king will be established, and luckily for us, we are going to have only 2 club losers. Okay, does it make sense?
Yeah.
Because we are losing 1 to the ace, the second one goes to the king that we are going to win, and the last one we will have to lose. Okay, so we can already, if we take into account the lead, we can say 2. Okay, if you don't mind. Okay, so now we are only left with the spades. How many losers in spades?
None.
That's very easy. We don't have any losers in spades. We have all the high cards. Okay, so all together, 0 losers in spades, 1 in hearts, 2 in club, and 1 in diamond. We have 4 losers. What does it mean? If we are not going to do anything, we are going 1 down, because we lose 4 and we'll win 9. How can we, and that's the next step after counting losers, and by the way, if you are not doing that step, might as well skip counting loser altogether. What is the next step?
How
Then
to
you'll play.
how to get another trick? How to establish something or drop something off or
Try to think. You are in the right direction.
See
Try
if you can
to
get Raf anything. If you've got any shortages.
Okay, so try to think. Yes, but try to
Yes,
think.
yes.
Try to give me a solution, okay, that uses the losers. Because if you don't use the losers, why did you count them?
Which suit can you use to establish to make winners
No.
from?
I mean, it's not wrong. It's not wrong, but you are not using the. Where are the losers coming here?
Diamonds. To try and finesse a diamond with a king.
No. I'm looking for a general view. Okay. Okay. Wait. Let me explain. Wait. Let me 1 second. Let's go back to the. I might throw me. Okay. So what I'm trying to say is this: you count losers. Why are you counting losers? What do you want to do with the losers?
You're going to trump it. You're going to throw them on.
Get rid of them.
Okay, so exactly. So the answer is we want to get rid of losers, or we want to reduce the losers, or we want to minimize the losers. Okay. Now, the idea of counting the losers, it gives you the indication where is your problem, where are you trying to do something. Okay. So when you look at the losers that we counted, which losers are potentially could be eliminated? Okay, I'll give you an example. Is there a way to eliminate the diamond loser?
Only if you let them play to you.
How? But they have the ace. What do you mean? How? Let's say they play to me. So they play the ace, they win. How did I reduce the loser?
Oh, because then you can use the king to get rid of your heart loser.
Oh, I agree. So you cannot get rid of the diamond loser.
No.
Okay.
Trumpet.
Oh, okay. So now you're talking. So basically, we can see the diamond loser, there is nothing we can do with, but we can use the diamond suit to establish the king, which will then be used because we'll have a void in south to get rid of a loser in hearts or in clubs.
Yes.
Okay? So that's why finding the losers is very important. Then you know where are the problems and what do you need to discard or what do you need to deal with or what do you need to trump. Does it make sense?
Yes.
So the order, generally speaking, first step is counting the loser. Second step, trying to find which losers could be eliminated and how. Okay? Now, someone suggested trumping. Can we trump any of our losers? No, we can't because all the suits are longer in north than in south. So you cannot get to a trumping situation. Okay, so your only chance, our only chance, is to establish a trick that will help us to get rid of a loser from our hand. Does it make sense? And by the way, mentioning the diamond, this is a very good option because West bid 3-4 diamonds. We hope that West has the ace of diamond. That will help us to establish the king. Okay? It's not necessarily, but we have to hope. Okay, any more questions before we start rock and roll here? Okay, so yalla, let's play. Ace of club was led. I'm following the suit. I don't like to play my lowest card, so it's more difficult for them to signal. That's only me. Okay, so the defense started very good against me, okay? If they would have led a diamond, my life would have been extremely easy, but they didn't go for that, and of course make our life very difficult, okay? Because if they would have led a diamond, establishing my king of diamond, and then it would have been easy to make it. Tough. So what do we want to do here? We want to draw the trumps and we want to establish potentially the king of diamond after that, which will allow us to discard the loser. Okay? Now, I'm starting to be suspicious because West led the ace of club, and now suddenly didn't continue club, didn't play diamond, suddenly plays the heart, okay? I start to get the feeling, okay, that they had a singleton ace of club. Don't forget that they beat 4 diamonds, so clearly they have a lot of diamonds. Yes, 6 maybe. So they might have a very short suit in either clubs or hearts, more likely clubs. If I now play, let's say, the 10 of hearts and let East win, which could have some significance, soon I'll explain why. But then if they come back a club and West trumps me, basically the game is finished because I lost the ace of club. Now I'm losing a heart trick. If a club is trumped, this is 3, and then of course the ace of diamond, there's nothing I can do against it, and then I'm 1 down right away. Just to say that heart, I didn't mention it before, but we have a double finesse situation here. So if I play the 10 and I lose it, let's say, to the king or the queen, I can then finesse it again to the jack in the hope that the other picture card, the king or the queen that is left is in West, and then I can win the jack and the ace and use the ace to discard the loser here, okay? So that could have been a plan, okay? But I'm feeling that I'm not going to do it because I'm afraid again that East wins the heart, plays back a club, West trumps the club, and I'm saying bye-bye. Okay? Does it make sense or not?
Yes.
Okay, so what are we doing? Okay, win the ace of hearts, quickly draw the trumps, okay? Remember top of the short, yes? Of the short hand, otherwise I will be blocked, yes? Starting with the ace and only then low to the king, queen, or whatever I'm playing. Okay, just remind you guys the count. So we had 9, they had 4, and then first round we've taken 2. 4 minus 2 is 2. Second round we've taken 2 more, so there are no more spades left. Okay. By the way, the other way to look at it, they had 4 cards and the split was 2 and 2. Okay, so I don't know if you done it a bit quick, but that was the counting of the spades. Okay, what are we playing next?
I think the heart, because if they win it, you want them at some point to play a diamond to you if you can.
Okay, Karen suggests the heart. Hopefully they play a diamond. Okay. Other suggestion, or are you agreeing with Karen?
Oops.
The club.
Play club to the king. Okay. So if you play either house or club, you have no chance to make the contract. And why? And why? Remember, we counted 4 losers. Okay. Now, Karen, let's start with you. Why do you think that they will play diamond? If you play hard, they win it. They play club. What do? You win your king of club and you're doomed. If you play club, you definitely can't make it, because if you win the king of club, how can you make the contract? You'll have to lose club, heart, and a diamond now. Okay?
Okay.
Remember, what did we want to do? We want to establish the king of diamond to get rid of the club loser. Otherwise, how would we make the contract? We have no chance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now,
Right.
the king of club is our only access to the king of diamond. If you play club to the king now, that's it. You are completely disconnected from the dummy.
Yeah.
Okay, you'll never be able to get there. So I have to put all my eggs on West having the ace of diamond.
Okay.
And if he does, he can win it, the ace of diamond. But I will establish my king, which will be used to discard the club loser.
Yeah.
If you play club to the king, you're doomed. That's it. You're exposing your club loser, and you'll always lose it. You'll always lose now heart, club, and diamond. You lost already the ace of club, and it's finished. Okay?
Yeah. I see that.
The only chance to make it now is to play diamond. Now, what I can do to improve my chances, I can play a few more rounds of spades to see maybe something can help me with discards here. Maybe. So it doesn't cost me anything because I don't really need all those spades. There's nothing I can do with them. So that's out of interest. Let's see if I'm playing a few spades, what do they discount? Okay. So at the moment, discarding diamonds doesn't really help me. Okay, I can discard a club, let's say, another diamond. Yeah, it doesn't seem that I'm going to get too much out of it. I'm just delaying then. Let's just play a diamond and just pray that ace of diamond is with West. Okay.
Yeah,
Once
you
ace of diamond is with West, we are home. We are safe home because the king of diamond is our trick that will be used to get rid of the club loser. They can win the heart, fine. But now, of course, I trump the heart, okay?
Yeah.
And now comes the relevant part. I'm going to play club to the
Yeah.
king, okay? And now, king of diamond, this is the key move. This is where I'm getting rid of the club loser, okay? That's it. Now, when I'm not losing the club, I can trump. They still have the jack of club. If I wouldn't have done this card, they would have won the jack of club instead of me trumping it. Then I would have gone one down. Okay?
Wow.
Does it make sense?
Yeah, very good.
Oh, amazing.
Amazing when you see it.
Okay.
Really great.
I don't know why we don't get comparison. I'm just trying to think. Maybe I chose something that don't give comparison. I don't know. Maybe we could.
Have you clicked on? Do you need
Anyway,
to click on other tables, Yannick?
I can, but I don't. Okay, other tables. But there are
No.
no results on other tables. It shows, you see, it shows here those lines.
Recent here, no.
No, there are no. Maybe because we are in it. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. It's not crucial. I'm just interested to see what other people have played. It's always interesting, but it's not definitely not crucial. Okay, next hand. Are we ready for the next hand? Okay, you can see south at this point, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's stay with south. I think it's fine. Okay, so one club opening bid from partner. And one diamond overcall from east. Okay, nice. What are we bidding here? If you give the correct answer, I'm sending you a gold star. Definitely gold star if you find the correct answer. Okay, I'm giving you 1 minute. No, 30 seconds to think and I'm back.
One no trump. A bit strong.
Or one heart.
Yeah, just one heart.
Heart.
One heart.
10 points.
One heart.
Yeah, 4 hearts. But you've got it.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. There's at least 22 points because they opened in the end.
Yeah, only 22.
But your
yeah, but it
partner's
could be more. Could be more because it's 12 to 4.
It's 12 to 19.
To 19.
Yeah,
Minimum
so
is 22.
I would
So
do
maybe it should be no trump.
Okay.
No, if you
Then you're
One-
denying a
Give me a four. Give me a four.
four-card major.
What's
Yeah,
the
it's straight to no trump. One heart. I would
one
say.
heart.
One heart or no trumps.
Or one heart or one on top. Okay, so as unfortunately as expected, you are not correct. I'll give you a hint. We have discussed that bit at the beginning of the lesson in the first hand.
Negative double.
I wasn't
Oh, well done. Okay. Correct answer is double. Well done. I'll give it even though it was with a little bit of help.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
why would
So-
you need to double when you've got hearts?
Wait,
Just showing the other
I'll
sides.
explain. I'll explain.
It's four and seven.
I'll explain. It's a little bit complex, but if East would have passed, I would have bid one heart or one diamond or one heart. That's a deliberation.
Yeah.
With the lower force is better, but then of course it's easy. Okay. Once there was an overcall, okay, it gives me the alternative to use the double. Okay. Now, if I bid one hearts, this would be interpreted as 5 cards because of the overcall.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Because of the
And-
what, did you say?
Because of the overcall. Without the overcall, if he passes, then one heart is 4 cards, as you know.
Oh, right.
Once there was an
Yeah.
overcall, if we bid one heart, it shows 5 cards.
Oh.
Why?
Even though the partner, I see. I thought it's what the partner bid.
No, because of the overcall in East, if we have 4 cards in a major, we use double, negative double.
Yes.
If we have 5 cards or more, we bid it.
I see.
So in other words, let me show. If you'll read the negative double notes that I've sent, then you will see exactly that. But wait, let me show it a little bit different. Okay, imagine that you open one club, okay, and your partner bids. So let's do it that way. Second. Okay, and your partner bids, okay, one spade. Would you agree with me that your partner might have 4 cards, but might have 5 cards, and you don't know?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, now let me ask you this: would you like to know if they have 5, or to put it from the other direction? If you're the responder, how many times you had 5 and you bid 1 spade, but your partner doesn't know that you have 5, and then you bid it again, not to bid it again, they might have only 1. So if there was a way to tell your partner, listen, I have 5, and then they can support you with 3 right away, agree with me that it would be much easier, much better.
Yes.
So the negative double helps us to do exactly that, okay? If there is an overcall, okay? If there is an overcall, in a way, it helps us because the overcall allows us to use the negative double. So if someone comes in, if the opponent on our left here comes in and bids 1 heart, let's say, or 1 diamond, 1 club, 1 heart, and then my partner bids 1 spade, it is defined as 5 cards. If my partner, so 1 spade shows 5 spades, okay? If they had 4 spades or bidding double, okay, double means 4 cards spades. Okay, let me move that a little bit so it will be clearer. Okay, so but that's only after the overcall. So only the overcall basically allow. Let's put it on the right. It might be clearer. Okay, here. Okay, so the bidding went 1 club, 1 heart, double, 4 cards in spades, 1 spades, 5 cards in spades. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
So remember, negative double shows 4 cards in the unbid suit, the suit that was not bid. Okay, sorry, the unbid major. So unbid major. Unbid is the takeout double. The negative double refers only to majors, not minors. Okay, the unbid major.
Do you assume it's the lowest one if a major hasn't been?
No. Our scenario is problematic. But wait, in the scenario that is on the board on the right that I've written, it has to be spades. Okay.
Yes.
Now, in our scenario, it's a little bit more problematic because no major was bid yet. So therefore, if I bid 1 heart or 1 spade, I'm showing 5 cards in either. If I double, I'm showing 4 cards in hearts or spades or both. But the double denies 5 cards in a major 100%. You definitely don't have 5. You have exactly 4. It's a little bit like Stayman in a way, okay?
You can't use a double if you have 5, correct?
Sorry?
You cannot use a double if you have 5 cards in a major.
It's not I cannot. If I had 5, I would have just bid it. I would bid 1 out, so I don't need a double.
Right.
So to be more accurate, it will be wrong to use a double in that case because your partner will think you have only 4.
I see.
So in other words, double means I have only 4 cards in a major and not 5, but I'm not telling you yet which. Okay.
Yeah.
And 1 heart or 1 spade shows 5 necessarily. Okay.
My Uber hasn't really shown, and I'm late. Do you think you can call me an Uber on yours? The new Uber.
Sorry, let's continue.
Clifford Street from here.
Okay, so the correct answer.
It hasn't reinitial. I cannot get it. I cannot do it.
It hasn't what?
Reinitialized. It doesn't. I've lost. No, I've done it 3 times. It doesn't work.
Okay, sorry, took me some time to get there. Okay, so we use the double and no. Okay, let's continue. Okay, so West supports East with 2 diamonds, and let's see what our partner is doing. Okay, our partner is probably doubling again. Okay, How do we read this double?
Is she saying you bid your major? I'm either the same, whatever I've got, so it's up to you.
Exactly correct, Karen. Well done. So basically the problem from North, they don't know which major I have. Okay? So this is a type of a takeout double, but they already know that I have a major. They just don't know
which one.
Okay? So they don't want to choose the wrong one or something like that. Okay, if that makes sense.
They're saying you two.
Yeah. So they asked me to choose. Okay, so for me it's easy. Of course, I'm bidding 2 hearts. That's my major.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. So interesting bidding here.
Very.
Okay, so we saw a very interesting use of the double. Ended up in okay, you might find that a bit of a problematic contract, but we try to manage that. Yeah, I had only 3 of them and 4 spades, but I still decided to bid because of the singleton. Sorry, can you see South now? I'm not sure. You can see South.
Yes. Yeah.
Which is the declarer. Okay, fine. So we are good. Okay. So that's going to be a more difficult one to play. So just to say about North, okay, I didn't want to bid 2 spades. I didn't want to pass, which I probably could have because I'm not strong. But the singleton diamond, of course, prompted me. I don't really want them to win the bidding in 2 diamonds when I have a singleton, yes, from North.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, if my partner has spades, that's amazing. And if they have hearts, okay, at least it's still something. If I had doubled on hearts, I would definitely not do it, okay, with the double. But having 3, I'm saying, okay, maximum worst case scenario, we'll have to play with 7 hearts. Yeah, so
Which is
it's just because without the singleton diamond, I would have never done it. I would simply pass. Yes. But here I've decided to take a chance, which I'm not sure if it paid off or not. It doesn't seem promising at this point. Okay, let's see if we can count the losers. This hand counting the losers is going to be much more difficult. But let's see. Okay, so first of all, we look at South. This is where the longer trump suit is. Okay, so in the hard suit, it's probably between 3 and 4 losers. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I don't know the break, but we are not likely to win any tricks here, meaning if we play, yes, because the queen is likely to be lost to either the king or the ace, and then we don't have the jack, we don't have the 10, we don't have the ace, we don't have the king. The hard suit is not our greatest here. That's to say the least.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the trump suit. What happens in spades? In spades, we have 2 cards, but we have the ace and the king. So theoretically, no losers. After the ace king, we can start trumping. Are you with me?
Yeah.
Okay, how many losers in diamonds?
None.
3.
One.
Sorry.
Well, none if we
None.
3.
Got your ace.
I don't know.
So the diamond suit is the more difficult here very problematic to count, because you might say 3, you might say 0. What's the correct answer? Is it 3 or is it 0? Or somewhere in the middle?
I think it's 0.
3.
Okay. Remember, where is the long side of the trump?
South.
South. So this is our base.
3.
Correct answer is 3. Remember, that's your base. Okay, that's your base. Meaning, after winning the 8, you have 3 losers. In other words, imagine, Karen, imagine that you've drawn the trump.
Yes.
Yeah.
But in this hand, you wouldn't draw the trump, would you? You would try and get rid of your diamonds if possible.
Yes,
you play the ace and then.
Okay, but if you have counted 0 losers in diamonds, why wouldn't you draw the trumps?
Oh, no. Okay.
Okay. So first of all, you count 3 losers, and then you're saying, wait, instead of drawing the trumps, I will try to or find any other solutions. There could be other solutions in this hand as well.
Yeah.
Okay? But the starting point is finding where is the problem. Before you know what the problem is, you don't know what you need to solve. Okay?
I'm with you. Yeah.
Top club. This is easy. How many losers in club?
2.
One.
Ace.
One.
Ace. 1.
That is easy. We have 3 cards.
One
The
loser.
king will be lost to the ace, and then we have the queen and the jack to cover the rest. Okay, so we have 1 loser.
Yeah.
We lose the king to the ace. That's one loser. But then jack are master, so we don't have a problem. Now we also hope to establish the rest of the clubs because we have 8 of them. Yeah. Of course, we would have preferred the club contract here, would have been probably easier, but c'est la vie, we are in hearts. So I'm not sure that I agree with you, Karen, that I won't draw the trumps, because if I draw the trumps, I might be able to win the rest of my clubs. Okay, so that's going to be a deliberation.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if you lose some trump in the short side, I mean, at least get rid of a couple of losers.
Okay, maybe, yes. I'm not. Again, I didn't say yes or no. I'm just saying that I want to examine my options before I decide what to do. And by the way, your opponents might draw the trumps for you. It's also you don't know what's going to happen. Yes, but I want to know where my problems are first. That's the most important. Okay, I know what the problems are, then I know what I'm trying to handle. If that makes sense. Okay. Tov, yalla, shall we start to see what's going on here?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, 7 of clubs was led. So of course I'm going to play one of my high cards. It doesn't really matter which, okay, because I want to get rid of the ace. And again, I don't like to play my low cards. I don't like them to know what's going on in my hand. Oh, Karen, you said, what did I say? They might draw the trumps. They might play the trumps. So what can you do? Play the trumps. They play the trumps. There's nothing you can do. Okay, so they are drawing my trumps. They can see the singleton diamond on the table, and probably that's why he went with the trump suit. Okay, so I did it quickly, but okay, answer as quick as you can. How many trumps your opponents have at this point?
4.
Who said that? Who said it? Yula?
Don't know. 5.
Who said 4? Yula?
5.
Now, remind me when you come to the club, you get a gold star. That quick to answer? Those points.
Oh, yeah. 4.
Done, Yula. Okay, so about trumps. So I've originally introduced the general approach, okay, how to count, and I gave you 3 options that you can choose from. But now, in terms of the technical issue, whatever technique you chose, okay, at any point, you must know how many trumps your opponents have. Until it gets to 0, and then you can forget about it, of course, okay? Then you can delete it from your memory. But you keep in mind, now they have 4. How do we know? Because they had 6 to begin with. We had 7, they had 6. 2 have gone, okay? So this is something that during the game you must know at all times. A must. You don't have to do anything, but extremely recommended. Okay. So now they switch to a spade, which creates a very convenient opportunity for me, because basically they are giving me a trick. Can you see that?
Yeah.
So far, I didn't mention the spades before, because, you know, when we look at it, you can play ace and king and basically forget about your jack and then start ramping. Okay, but we realize that we have a lot of losers. So establishing more tricks to be able to discard would be very convenient here. Okay. So now, of course, I'm going to play a low spade from the dummy, which will guarantee my jack of spade to win. Okay, even if it would play the queen, I win the ace, and then jack is a master. Okay, now that means that it gave me a big advantage here with the spade. Now suddenly I have a new trick. I can win my ace. Again, like the first hand, if you remember, the spade is internally blocked. We cannot win the 2 tricks one after the other, okay? And I must say that this move starts to convince me maybe to go with drawing the trumps. Because now I have a definite discard that I can use the king of spade to get rid of a diamond. And I don't know, I'm deliberating what to do. The club lead was a bit surprising. And the question is, did West lead from a singleton and now he might trump me in the club suit and that could be a problem for me? I don't know. It's interesting. Very interesting. But I mean, it's not very likely because if we think about the bidding, yes, so the bidding was, if you remember, North opened one club and East overcalled one diamond, which means East has 5 diamonds and therefore to have also 4 clubs on top of the 5 diamonds is a possibility, but I think it's a bit less likely here. So I must say I'm deliberating what to do. What do you think? Shall we go with drawing the trumps and hope to be able to discard as many diamonds as possible, 1 on the spades and potentially 2 more on the clubs if the clubs split 3 and 2? That's one option. If we are lucky here, it will be very good for us. The other alternative is to do what Karen means. What we can do otherwise, okay? Imagine the following scenario, okay? I play ace of diamond, trump a diamond, come back to the ace of spades, trump a diamond, and use the king of spades to discard the jack of diamond, the last one. Okay, sorry. I don't know if it was too quick, but this is a very good option, in my opinion, that we should consider, okay? Okay, let me try to show that a bit quicker. I don't know if it was too quick. I've done that. How do I change? Here I have to change it here. How do I? Okay, yeah, I think it should be fine. Okay, so again, let's go step by step. Ace of diamond first. I'll do it with an arrow. I'll show you how it's going to be. Okay, ace of diamond to the 6.
Yeah.
With me? Creating a void. Yeah. 4 of diamond trumping with the 8 of hearts. 4 of spade winning the ace. Okay. Yeah. 8 of diamond trumping with the queen. And now king of spade getting rid of the jack of diamond. What do you think about this plan?
Good plan.
I would do that. I'll come unstuck, but that would be my plan.
Okay, so that's one option. Okay, now I know that the 2 diamonds that I'm going to trump will definitely won't be over trumped. How do I know that? How do I know that I'm not going to be over trumped necessarily?
So it's only 5, because it must be 8 diamonds out.
Because both opponents have bid diamonds. East bid over, West supported. Okay, so they have. I know that the diamonds are 5 and 3. Okay, 5 in East and 3 in West. So they won't trump me. Now, the only problem is that after all that, which is very nice, first of all, the king of spades might not hold. The king of spades might be trumped. Okay.
Yeah.
But after all that, I will probably lose the rest of the tricks, or at least a lot of them. Okay. Sorry, אני כבר חוזר אליך, אוקיי? אני מסיים את השיעור. כן, sorry, 1 second, sorry. אריאל, אמא רוצה אותך עם הטלפון, רוצים ממך. So the king of spades might be trumped, and even if not, after all that, I will lose the rest of the tricks, probably, unless I can win a club trick with the queen, and then. But after that, you are left with nothing. They have all the trumps left. They still have all the 4 trumps. I'm unlikely to win a trick unless the queen of club will hold. So we won already. How many tricks we won so far? Only 1, and then we can win how many more? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll have 6 tricks. Yes. And then even if we win the queen of club, it's only 7 tricks. I don't see how I can make the contract now. What do you think? No? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and queen of club. Let's say I win the queen of club is 7, and then where is the 8th trick? Don't see it. You see what I mean? Because I'm left with nothing after that. I will have to lose the rest probably. They still have the ace, jack, 10 of trumps. And will I be able to win a trick after that?
So shouldn't you draw trumps now, rather?
That's the other alternative. The other alternative is try to draw the trumps and hope that I can run the clubs. And if I can run the clubs, then I'm in a very good position because I have 3 discards. The king of spades become a master and 2 more clubs. And then I must say I'm deliberating. It's a very borderline question here, what to do.
Janif, isn't getting a trump on the short side an extra trump, an extra trick?
Yes, but if I do it, I cannot win my clubs. That's exactly what I said before. Because
even if you just do it once.
Yes, but if I've done it once, I'm already dead. Because the problem is, if I open the diamond suit, I expose myself. So imagine. That would have been a good suggestion, but it's not possible in this hand. If I play ace of diamond, diamond trump, just once, and now play heart, they win the heart and they cash the diamonds, and then I'm dead. Because now I have no more hearts left and my diamonds are exposed.
Yeah.
Ace of diamond is the most important card here because that protects me. That if they try to play a diamond, I can get back.
Yes.
Now, theoretically, if I play a heart now, and they then play a diamond, I'm in trouble because then they'll do it themselves. They will expose me themselves, and then I'm also in trouble. It's a very difficult position here. I'm not sure what to do. I must say, I'm serious. It's a very difficult hand.
Well, what about doing the clubs before you do hearts? Just
then they'll trump me. What do you mean?
What
do you mean? We had 8 clubs. They had 5. So the meaning is they have 3 clubs left now. Well, that's it. I can do 1 club maximum now, and after that they are trumping me.
Yeah.
Very difficult this hand, I must say. I think that if we want to try and make the contract, our best shot is to go with hearts now. But we need luck, and we need the opponents to be a bit helpful here. It's not easy for them to know what to do. But yeah, let's go with hearts, see what happens. We can then analyze it. What would have happened if we have gone with the other scenario of trumping and everything? It might have been better. If they play diamond now, they play a heart. Okay, let's first of all pray for a break in the heart suit. Okay, so first of all, there are no more hearts left. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, because it's split 3 and 3, yes?
Yeah.
So now all we need is the club to break, and that's it. If the club are breaking now, I'm home. I can win the ace of diamond. Now, very important, of course, to cash the ace of spades, yes? Because otherwise I'm blocked, yeah? Cash the ace of spades. Okay. And now that's it. The hope is that the club are breaking. I'm just trying to think if I have another chance here to do something. I don't think so. I don't see another chance. So let's see if we are lucky or not. No, they are not. You see, they led from a singleton. Yeah, that's what my thinking. But in this case, I don't think we had a chance to begin with. Okay, so the clubs are not breaking, meaning the East still has the 2 last clubs, the 10 and the 9. Okay, so okay, I can win my jack of club, I can win my king of spades, but not more than that. Okay, wait, they established my spades.
Yeah, underscored.
Okay, I think that if I counted correct, maybe the 5 of spades is a master. Let's hope. If they made a mistake, no. See, no, they kept the spade. No, I had no chance. Okay, but now we can see we could go back and try to see what would have happened if we would have gone with the other alternative of trumping. We can open the cards and see what would have happened. Yeah, so we went 1 down. Yeah, you see he had 5 diamonds and 4 clubs. That's what I thought. That was not very likely, but you know, it obviously does happen. So let's do this analysis and finish with that. Okay, let me open the cards. Big on the screen. Okay, good. Can you now see all the hands?
Yeah.
Okay. So if we go back to the same point, they led a club, okay, to the ace, and then they play the heart to the king, and then they play the spade to my jack, okay, So if we would have gone with that idea, Karen, we would have been killed from scratch because East had a singleton spade, okay? So imagine that we'd have gone with the idea of ace of diamond, trumping a diamond, okay? That was the idea in that case.
Yeah.
When I play a spade now, they trump. So I wouldn't even get to the part when I win my ace of spades to trump another diamond.
Yeah.
Now they cash the ace of hearts, and I say bye-bye to my last heart in the table.
Yeah.
And now they can win the diamonds. Now I'm completely dead.
Yep.
Okay, so that would have been even worse in that case. Yeah. No, that would have been worse.
Suicide.
Not suicide, but just the
Bad move.
unlucky. No, but thinking that they have seen on spades is very, very unlikely, because then it means that West had 6 spades and they didn't beat it. So surprisingly, I don't know why they didn't beat spades. Very, very strange. Yes, I would have never guessed that spades are 6-1. It's very unlikely. But yeah, that would have killed our plan from the beginning. Yeah. So sometimes the distributions are bad against you, and there's nothing you can do. Even, by the way, 3 clubs is also problematic because the clubs are 4-1. I don't think if you can make 3 clubs as well. You have to lose 3 hearts and 2 clubs, and no, doesn't look good. It was quite against us, this hand. Well, what can we do? It does happen sometimes.
If you're playing duplicate, it's a question of at the least you lose.
Correct. So if other people would have played here 3 clubs or 2 hearts and would have gone 2 down, which is possible, then we would still get a good score. So in duplicate, it works both ways. Okay.
Yeah.
You can make your contract and get a very bad result because others made more, and you cannot make your contract and you get a very good result. There's no contradiction here. Okay. No guarantees. Okay. It was a great pleasure to have you.
Thank you very much.
Before you go, I have a question. So I'm interested if people are, if you like that type of lesson, I'm thinking about adding it once a week on a regular, because now we've done it only because of the Jewish holiday and the club was closed. So I said, okay, we'll do something instead. But if people are interested, I can add it regularly. So you don't say now, but if you want to even text me or something to tell me that it's nice, not nice, you are happy, not happy with that, I'll be, because the Zoom or the Zoom and BBO gives a very unique opportunity that you cannot do in live. I mean, it's very difficult for me to sit and you are all, let's say, around me somehow looking at the cards. It's physically not so possible. Where in Zoom it's very easy. You can see the cards with me, and and we can discuss that together as we did now. So I think it's very nice. I think it's very beneficial. But I'm happy to hear it. If yes, I will try to find a slot, a weekly slot for that. Okay.
Yeah, I'd be up for that.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah.
So I'll consider that. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Yeah,
Club is open normally next week at last, so no more Jewish.
thanks,
Okay.
The last one.
Thanks,
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.